This video is meant to introduce the governing board structure and to help communities have a better understanding of how it works and why it is needed. With the addition of face-to-face and journey to the table, and with discovery coming in the mix as well, it has come to our attention that we need to look at how all of these ministries will be managed. We have a suggested board structure that will help communities manage all of these ministry areas, as well as assure that all areas will have an equal say in the management of the community as well. We call this the Emmaus Ministries Governing Board Structure. We already have 3 other ways of managing communities, mainly depending on the size of the community and the number of walks or flights you are having in a year. These are the steering board, the working board, the coordinating board, and now the governing board. But first, let's look at how things normally run. We have a group of people who come together and want to start an Emmaus community, and so we come together and we elect a community lay director, a community spiritual director, and then bring together 13 more people to help with things like team selection, agape, and fourth day, and all the other duties that it takes to be a Walk to Emmaus community. And we see growth in the community. And then someone said, we need to reach out to our youth, and we decided to start a chrysalis community. And so what do? We bring together interested people, and we elect a community lay director, a community spiritual director, and then bring together 13 more people to help with things like team selection, agape, and fourth day, and all the other duties that it takes to be a chrysalis community. And now we're reaching out to a group who has never been a part of our community, our older adults, and we decide to start face-to-face. And so what do we think we need to do? We bring together interested people, and we elect a community lay director, a community spiritual director, and then bring together 13 more people to help with things like team selection, agape, fourth day, and all the other duties that it takes to host face-to-face. And again, we see growth in the community. Then someone calls out, we need to reach out to our millennials, our college students, and we decided to start Journey to the Table. And people are automatically thinking, well, we need to bring together a bunch of interested people and elect a community lay director, a community spiritual director, and then bring together 13 more people to help with things like team selection, agape, fourth day, and all the other duties that it takes to host Journey to the Table. And we have our newest program of Discovery Weekend, which reaches our middle schoolers 12 to 15 years old. I promise you someone is thinking, we need to elect a community lay director, a community spiritual director, and then bring together 13 more people to help with things like team selection, agape, fourth day, and all the other duties that it takes to be a host community for Discovery. So what we end up with is 75 people. So many we can't find a place for all of them, all duplicating the same work, running 5 different parallel ministries, trying to recruit into the same volunteer pool, just reaching different life stages. There is either no cooperation or no communication, so that there is not equal voice for the other ministry areas. We have come up with a better way to run a community board when you have more than one of these ministry areas. The governing board structure gives us leadership, cooperation, and equal representation. The executive portion of this board includes the board chairperson, the vice chairperson, and the past board chairperson. All board positions are 3-year positions. However, of these 3 offices, only the vice chair is elected each year, and then the positions progress each year through board chair and past board chair. This will ensure that we have someone gaining experience to chair the board, then serving as the chair, and then being a voice of experience to the board for one final year. The next 2 positions on the executive committee are the board secretary and the board treasurer. There are 3 additional positions on the board that are the chairpersons of the 3 Emmaus-specific committees. I bet you can say them with me. These are the team selection chairperson, the agape chairperson, and the fourth day chairperson. Now we transition into our ministry area-specific positions. For each ministry your community is hosting, you will have an elected community lay director and community spiritual director, one set for the Walk to Emmaus, one set for Chrysalis, one set for face-to-face if you are running all three of these ministries. The Committee of Ministry Area Spiritual Directors each year will elect one of their members to serve as the designated community or board spiritual director. These positions already have voice and vote, so it doesn't change the balance in votes. Team selection, fourth day, and Agape committee chairs work with the lay directors and spiritual directors to choose members from their specific ministry areas to serve on these respective committees. A liaison to Journey to the Table and/or Discovery Weekend will only be appointed should the community and the hosting location both desire to make use of the support relationship. Let me say that again. A liaison to Journey to the Table and/or Discovery Weekend will only be appointed should the community and the hosting location both desire to make use of that support relationship. These two roles will be limited depending on the level of support that is desired. The governing board has three main responsibilities. They handle legalities, including the relationship to the Upper Room Emmaus Ministries office, the covenant, etc., finances, insurance, corporate identity, IRS and government paperwork, etc., across all of the ministries. It sets policies for all of the ministries to follow, and it ensures that all ministries are operating according to the Upper Room model and covenant. In addition, there are several other suggested committees that could report to the board without voice and vote, depending on the need to do so. For example, if the setup committee has not needed to meet and do business since the last governing board meeting, then they don't need to report at the coming meeting. Each ministry area will have members who serve on these committees, and the board selects chairpersons for these committees from among committee members of each ministry area. The chairpersons may then be called upon to report the committee's activities to the governing board at regular meetings. These standing committees should include registration, outreach, transportation, facility and setup, kitchen, literature or manuals, music or entertainment, candlelight and sponsors hour, group reunions, gatherings, communications, and any others that are deemed necessary. In addition, these committees serve many functions, including giving more people the opportunity to be developed as leaders within the community. A description of the governing board structure is available on the resource page at emmaus.upperroom.org. It is also available in the new community manual that is now available to be ordered from the Upper Room bookstore. If you have viewed this video several times and read through the materials that are available describing the governing board structure and still need help, please do not hesitate to call us at the office in Nashville. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. God bless.